This time on Fliptv News, the headlines. See the unbelievable things Yahoo boys in Nigeria has done because of money. I made a bad mistake. Dele Momodu publicly tenders apology for working against Goodluck Jonathan. Angry mother chose two babies from a Storey building after she saw them doing this. And finally, the federal government repatriates another 180 stranded Nigerians in Libya. Finally, see how three Doan students responsible for Sylvester's Oromoni's death were arrested. Good afternoon. I am Shijuola Afolabi. You're welcome to Fliptv News. Now, here's the news in details. Yahoo boy is a term used by Nigerians in reference to scammers. The term gained popularity in the early 2000s because the scammers, as at that time, used a popular electronic mail platform known as Yahoo Messenger to deceive victims and scam them. During the early stage of Yahoo boys, involvement in Nigeria, love scam and inheritance scam was the major method of scamming. In love scam, they pretend to be a white man or woman that's on a long business trip outside America, flirt with them and start a relationship with them, giving them to be together when they return from a long trip. After manipulating and gaining their trust, they start requesting for money in one way or the other. While inheritance scam, they pretend to be the legitimate child to their parents' money. Sometimes they even go as far as lying to their victims that they are the son of a late African king and their father left some millions and billions of dollars that they need no money to claim because their uncles are trying to claim the money too. With time, they began to evolve and grow bigger, all thanks to the increase in technology. Now, boys have been reported on so many occasions of hacking bank accounts of their victims, both Nigerians and whites. Due to the prying eyes of the Nigerian authorities on them, 35% of these Yahoo boys have traveled out of the country to continue their evil doings. Now, the word Yahoo boy has grown into another meaning beyond deceiving their victims, whom they have referred to as the client. Now young boys or girls around the age range of 17 to 45 years without legitimate source of income are regarded as a Yahoo boy. Due to the exotic and expensive lifestyle portrayed by these guys, other Nigerian youth began picking interest and their population increased. Their operation became known to the whole world and the phrase Nigerian scammers became popular. In so many cases, some Yahoo boys have been reported to have used their parents, brothers, sisters, and loved ones for rituals, and those who don't have the mind or audacity to use their loved ones would use themselves instead. Another unbelievable thing the Yahoo boys have done, all in the name of money, is bathing and sleeping close to the grave. They believe that bathing close to the graveside will give them the special power needed to make money or to be successful in the scamming business. Watch this video of some Yahoo boys who were caught bathing in the graveyard. Nigerian journalist and publisher Chief Dele Momodu has again come out to tender apology to the former president Goodluck Jonathan for working against him in 2015. This is coming after he shared a social media post by former President Goodluck Jonathan dated June 2011 where he battled the inflation of cement price. Reacting to the post, a follower accused him of working against Goodluck Jonathan. Remorsefully, Dele replied he made a very bad mistake and publicly apologized for it. Nigerian News recalls that the businessman and motivational speaker Momodu had previously apologized for the role he played during the 2015 general election. Today, I'm now reasonably convinced that the entire melodrama was meticulously planned and masterfully executed in order for some people to paint President Goodluck Jonathan as pathetically incompetent, and the reason his government must be sacked urgently. I confess to believing the full narrative of the time like most Nigerians, hence my almost fanatical support for Major General Muhammadu Buhari in that sad period of our nascent democracy. I wish to express my sincere apologies once again for believing that tale by moonlight and for being amongst those who plunged Nigeria into this unmitigated disaster, from which we may not fully recover in decades to come unless God decides to deliver us miraculously, Mamadou said. The police said that Dejhani Jarrell, 24, tossed her children who were also naked from a window before driving out herself during the horrendous incident in New York. She is now being charged with attempted murder. A naked mom who allegedly threw her newborn daughter and young son from an apartment building has been charged with attempted murder. She continued to stroke the infant's head to the ground because she was tired of being herself, according to the local reports of the horrifying incidents in the Brownsville area of Brooklyn. Neighbor Carl Chain, 41, was said to have rushed to the scene in a frantic bid to save the children after watching the terrifying scene unfold. The woman has now been charged with a string of violent offenses, including 2 counts of attempted murder. The New York Post reports that Mr. Chain heard the thud of the baby hitting the ground before springing to action. He said, when she glanced on the floor, she didn't go unconscious. She was still aware. She grabbed hold of the 2 kids and proceeded to hurt them more. He claimed that she was hanging the newborn's head on the concrete and added that he ran out of his house and jumped over the fence and struggled with her to take the newborn from her. He said she had been baby in her grip and had to take the baby out of her grip and told her until the police and the paramedics came. As she was trying to hurt her, the children and I was getting them out of her grip. She kind of thanked me and told me to take care of them. Then she proceeded to talk about how she was tired of being by herself. He told the paper he didn't see any signs of hunger, thoughts, and she had intended on hurting the children. The New York Police Department said the little girl was taken to hospital in a critical condition, while the woman and her son were taken elsewhere with non-life-threatening injuries. Jarrell has been charged with 2 counts of attempted murder, 2 counts of assault, 2 counts of reckless endangerment, and acting in a manner of dangerous to a child younger than 17, according to the police. Mr. Kabiru Musa charged the affairs of the Nigerian mission in Libya, disclosed this in a statement made available to the news agency of Nigeria, NAN, on Tuesday in Abuja. Musa said that the 180 stranded Nigerians who departed from Mitiga Airport, Tripoli, were expected to arrive at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport at midnight. He said those repatriated would be rehabilitated and reintegrated to the society in Nigeria. Musa said the evacuation was in line with the federal government's promised not to leave any Nigerians stranded in Libya. Still on the nails of the 12-year-old student who was beaten to death by his fellow students for refusing to be a member of their deadly confraternity cult, it has been brought to the police of the general public and the people of Lagos State on how the 3 students responsible for the death of the 12-year-old student were arrested by the Nigerian police officers. It was also reported that the 3 students of Dowen College Boarding School mentioned by the 12-year-old student, Mr. Sylvester Aromoni, before he gave up the ghost, are currently in the police custody after they were found guilty for several beating their fellow student, Sylvester Aromoni, which led to the untimely death for declining their request for him joining their deadly confraternity cult group in Lekki, Lagos State. However, it was said that the 3 students of the Dowen College, Lekki, Lagos State, whose names have been in the wanted list of the police officers of the Lagos State Command of the Nigerian Police, were first currently assisting the police detectives in their investigation and interrogation into the death of Sylvester Aromoni, a 12-year-old student of the college. The Lagos State Commissioner of Police, Mr. Akim Odumusu, who was present at the scene of the incident, made mention to the channel's television on Tuesday morning, which was the 7th of December 2021, on how the suspects were arrested in their individual homes. Mr. Akim Odumusu further stated that the 3 of the 5 students mentioned by the 12-year-old student, Mr. Sylvester Aromoni, before he died, are already in the Lagos State Police custody and are cooperating very well with the police detectives in searching for the remaining 2 students who are on the run or probably hiding with the help of their parents. However, Mr. Akim Odumusu did not reveal the identities of the 3 students who were in the custody of the Lagos Police Command, but he clearly insisted that they were the key suspects who were responsible for beating up Sylvester Aromoni before he gave up the ghost. For more news and updates, please stay tuned to Fliptv News. I am Shijola Afolabi. Have a good afternoon.